The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome, everybody, to the Whiskey Brothers podcast episode. Where are we at? 933? Yeah, 933. We're the Whiskey Brothers. Look at this day of Sladeham, Sam Damaris, Trey Tutson making his way. You're about to see him cross in front of the camera.
Yeah, come on.
Jerry Wayne Longmire. Jerry Wayne Longmire.
They thought we lost.
That was one of them Star Wars swipes.
Yeah, they thought we lost the feed.
That was.
Get over here, big country.
That's how you fake it. That's how you fake a continuous fight scene in Daredevil. You gotta.
That was like Bertie Mac when he said, "If I pull my dick out, it's gonna go black in here."
Jerry Wayne Longmire. We just did his special.
Hell yeah!
Thursday night. Taped his stand-up comedy special. I was there.
Okay.
And busy the whole goddamn night. We iced it.
Yeah.
But, you had a fantastic set, a fantastic crowd,
to you, my
a damn
friend.
good recording. Everything across the board
And
went
an
as it should have
incredible
gone.
crew helping me out. It was amazing.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful. So a shot to, and this is the cast drink. I realize
I'm watching you. I want to see you take the shot.
I'll do it with you. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
This is a warm up for our 200th. When
200 followers.
When we do get 200 followers, as soon as we get 10 more followers on Twitch, you and I are going to drink, not a full pint glass, but we're going to fill them up pretty good. And you and I are going to have a bender on one of these Mondays.
Oh, we got folks in the chat
So,
chiming in that they found
cheers.
us because of the
Cheers.
Christopher Titus podcast.
Oh,
Slade.
Very cool.
What's up, guys?
Welcome.
That is, it was a very fun episode. I got to swallow this cash drink so I can
what
talk.
happened?
I started talking
Oh,
too
what's
early.
going on? You can't do it?
Drink
Lick
your
that
shot. I'll
tongue
see
up.
you in the second episode.
Yeah, motherfucker. The one person at this table who's not get to fire that shot is you.
What did I ever do?
I did.
It's
See how
what
your
you
voice
don't
gets.
do.
See how your voice gets when you get all uptight. I did the Christopher Titus podcast last week before. I think Hellationships, me, him, and Rachel Bradley. We taped it here at the Whiskey Brothers Studios. Or, as we like to call it now, the vaultsoflore.com studio.
Vaultsoflore.com.
Studio.
There we go. The vaultsofgore.com. You all right?
Not gore, lore.
Vaults of Lore. Trey, why don't you tell us about vaultsoflore.com?
It's a great book. It's great.
Sound like Horace
I
you.
was about to say, yeah, it's a great book. That's a bad Sam impression.
There's a brand new.
It's a good Doc Rivers, though.
There's a brand new book available. Go to vaultsoflore.com. We'll talk more about that as we get through the episode. But back to I wanted to say that, and then I want to congratulate you on the special. It was fantastic. Anything untowards? Was there anything? I know those are stressful moments.
Oh yeah, man. It's just a walking ball of anxiety right before that happened. But after, the minute you hit the stage, that's gone.
Yep.
You know.
Stage cure's all.
And we get done. It's also my birthday. I hadn't eaten all day. I got drunk very quickly. But we were outside, like, right after the show. This is the funniest shit, man. And he probably doesn't want me to tell this, but...
Who? Me?
You.
Wait, is that after the show?
Yeah. We're out on the sidewalk, and we're having a very intense conversation about everything that just happened as far as audio, video, and everything. Slade and Adam were running everything. So we had a lot of moving parts, and we're discussing all that, what went right and what we thought we could improve on. And this homeless dude comes up like they do at the secret group. And I just, the secret group homeless people are the laziest homeless people in the city. They, being homeless is an elevator pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's a constant elevator pitch. And if the first 5 seconds of your elevator pitch is,
That's it.
you've lost
This
it, you know?
This is a last comic standing audition.
And
You got
don't give
30
me-
seconds.
Just say, you need money? Take money and go. But if you're going to come give me a story, it better be a good damn story. All right? And this guy comes up, and he comes to start telling his story, and Slade is in the middle of telling me something. And Slade goes, he goes, hey, can I ask y'all something? Slade goes, yeah, can I finish my conversation first?
Just a simple, hey, bro, we're in the middle of something, and then you are free to ask me whatever bullshit you about to ask me.
Shit.
But you could tell nobody had ever said that to the dude before because he just stopped dead in his tracks. And you can read people's body language. And he kept, like, twisting, like, you know what I mean? Like, his feet started turning around. And Slade goes, oh, you're almost there. He goes, pivot.
He had the legs cracked. If he'd just done that Michael Jackson move, that to go back. That was it. His feet knew we were done.
Yeah.
His feet knew we were done.
His feet were trying to leave the conversation already.
His feet got the point. They were very self-aware. The rest of this dude was taking a long time, and it's like I imagine the way it happens when you fall into a black hole. Like part of you disappears before the rest of you. His feet were, yeah, man, we got to go, and the rest of him was like, we still got a chance, and I just kept going, pivot.
I was like, oh my God, and this dude just bails, and I was like, it's always, because it's close to Tent City, there's always the dudes out there. Like during the first part of the pandemic, me and another Houston comic, Drew Holloway, were working in the club all the time, and we'd come out about the same time every day, about 3 or 4 o'clock. Well, during the pandemic, I stopped carrying cash. I don't carry a lot anyways, but I stopped carrying cash because you couldn't get nobody to touch your hand to take it, you know? So it was just credit card. And so we come out of the club one day. It's like a Monday. We come out of the club 3 o'clock, and the dude meets us out there, and he's got his story ready. And he starts breaking into his story, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I just got this job at H-E-B. I don't start it for 2 weeks. And he follows us all the way around the club to our cars. And I looked at him, I go, well, he gets done with his story. I go, dude, I don't have any cash on me. I'm not carrying any cash. And he's like, oh, okay. And then Drew, I think, had something, gave him a shot of vodka.
Oh.
Out of his trunk.
Cut out the middleman.
Man.
Next day, Tuesday, the next day, come out there, same dude, waiting on us. I'm not a guy you forget what I look like, right? You know, I'm distinguishable in a crowd.
Pretty memorable.
You know what I mean? And this
You said
dude,
if someone hits you up twice, it's on purpose.
yeah, and this dude starts giving his spiel, so I'm not even saying anything to him this time. I'm just walking my car. Like I explained to you yesterday, I ain't got no cash. And we get around to my car, and he goes, say, man, but do you have any loose change? And I looked at him, and I just said no, and I turned around to unlock my car, and he goes, man, all you white motherfuckers is the same. And I looked at him and I go, yeah, because I'm literally the same white motherfucker from yesterday.
God.
Because we are.
That's so
I'm going to start teaching elevator pitch to homeless. I'm going to set up a class over in Tent City.
There you go.
The night we filmed the special, the Whiskey Brothers special, there was a guy, I was outside warehouse last smoking a cigarette, as I did, and dude came up, asked for change. I'm in a good mood. I just reached in, and whatever I had in my pocket, I gave it to him. And the motherfucker looked at it, turned around, tossed it over his shoulder in the air, and it hit the fucking ground. And I ran over and I grabbed it and I go, pick all that shit the fuck up. Pick all of it the fuck up. And it was basically looking at him. I was like, dude, pick it up or I will fuck you up, dude.
We're going to fight.
Yeah. He picked it up and I was like, give it to me. And I put that shit right back in my fucking pocket. And I was like, nah, you asked if I had change. I gave you exactly that. We expected me to pull a 20?
That's on you. He didn't tell you to give it to him. You just, he asked if you had any. You're the one who took it all upon yourself to shove that shit unwantedly into his hand.
He might have been worried about you. Was just checking in on you. Dude, do you got some change on you?
You're like, absolutely, man, get your change out of my hands.
I've never felt so bad in my life as leaving a construction job one day and being all dirty, and I'm like, I had to go to Walmart to do something, and I'm walking across the parking lot, and this dude and his kid come strolling up to me, and he's like, hey, man, just, and hands me a $5.
Wow.
And I'm like,
I've had that happen.
Oh, dude, I got a better truck than you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
But this motherfucker you think that the pivot story that might be tame for what I've seen him do.
It made me laugh because it was the funniest. It was the funniest pivot joke since Friends. Okay, it was that good, and it even kind of looks like Ross. It was that good.
We're trying to catch a train from somewhere in Italy into Rome, and this guy comes up and he does a little pitch, and I'm always just a very quick, nah, man, what? And it wasn't even he snapped at the homeless dude. He turned around and snapped at me. He was like, why do you even say no? Like, why are you talking to him at all?
The minute you engage, and
you and your goddamned humanity.
Bro, it's so funny how he just keeps trying to figure out a way to not be such a piece of shit. He's like, how do I? Every time he tells a story where you know he's a complete piece of shit, he's stammering.
Give me 5 minutes, I'm gonna justify this.
Head adjustment. You like, dude, just come out and say it. I'm Lebanese.
Listen, this is you can't possibly give $1 to everyone that comes up to you.
No.
Okay? So let's just start there. it's impossible to feed every single one of them that comes up to you.
True.
You got to say no at some point.
Yes.
At some point, there has to be some sort of exchange. That is how bartering and life and things work. If this, then this. You want this, you got, at least entertain me. Just do something. In the very least, you just got to contribute to this moment in a way that makes me not feel so shitty for just giving you $1. If you walk by with a give me $1, I'm never gonna give you $1. If you try, I'm in. But this expectation shit,
Unless you interrupt my conversation.
which is but bro, I get even then I gave him 15 seconds to be entertaining. He was not dance. If he'd just done the full 360, I might have even been like, you know what, you did pivot. You did
I
pivot.
think it's great practice for rejection. Like if you got to turn somebody down, that's what homeless people are for.
It's a good place
It's
to
a
learn
good
to say
way
no.
to get
To learn
comfortable
to say no.
Bro,
Um,
I'll tell you what, man. The humanity aspect, I always went, hey, sorry, man, and blah, blah. And, dude, 6 months of living in Los Angeles cured me of that.
Oh,
and
I
then
bet, Clay.
before I even went, there was this one time we were in, I think we were in Italy, and this black dude comes up to me, and he's got, like,
The bracelet dude?
no, it was the elephant.
Oh, yeah.
He's got like a wooden elephant. He just comes up and goes, here you go, my brother. And I looked down. I was like, oh, man, thanks. It's kind of cool. And he was like, yeah, like if you just give me a little something for it. I was like, all right, bro, you can take this back. And now I'm in the conversation with this dude. He won't take it back. And he's just standing there with his hands up. Like, just give me a little something, blah, blah, blah. And he's holding me hostage because I have this thing. And we had already done Egypt where I was taking a picture. Some guy put a scarf on my arm as I'm taking a picture, and he wouldn't take it back. And that one wasn't me. I was literally looking at something else. But this dude, I'm in it, and he won't do it. And then I just finally, I'm like, dude, you're literally talking to the nicest guy on the planet right now. But this gets ugly real fast. I go, look, man, it's going on the ground in 3, 2,
Oh,
I
boy.
drop it. And his little wooden elephant, which is his moneymaker, I guess, spat, shatters on the fucking ground.
You're better than
And now
me.
he's like, dude, now you owe me €5 because you're broke. I'm like, I didn't ask for it to be in my hand.
Oh wait, you was over there?
Yeah.
You was over yonder when this happened.
Yes.
Yeah, people in L.A. ain't
I
asking
gotta-
for euros.
I like how Sam just said, I'm the nicest dude in the world. I also almost beat a homeless dude up
Yeah,
for throwing
yeah.
change over his shoulder.
Because I was nice enough to give you money, and you just gonna throw it like my money ain't good. Okay, now you brought out the asshole.
And you over here talking, you've never been exposed to international panhandling.
International poverty is
They're the worst.
I have met. Now hold on, I didn't had homeless motherfuckers. I didn't came out. They've been sleeping in my car.
No, okay.
Okay,
that.
and I didn't like, what are you doing? It's cold. Well, this is not the shelter, my friend. This
Yeah,
is a
that's-
Yaris.
Yeah, that's survival mechanisms meeting you
Okay,
on accident.
What's different? Because you know they shit is always better.
Resilience. It
Oh,
is
they
the-
keep
bro,
pushing.
You've
American homeless are lazy.
American homeless hear the word no. That's why they're homeless.
Gotcha. It's like, you know, I've been molested, right?
Okay, so yeah.
So
So yes, people who don't know how to hear the word yes.
Well, speaking of somebody that needs to learn the word no,
12
So
times,
yes,
I'm
you
just saying.
you fully understand. Here's what I'd ask you to do: not move
Now they-
in with the panhandlers in fucking Europe.
They
That's all.
didn't ask me for
Don't
change.
live with them for the next day.
I got you.
The Europeans are really bad. The Egyptians were terrible.
Yeah.
But boy, doing Carnival, getting off those ships, nothing I've ever seen is worse than the fucking Jamaicans.
Oh,
Really?
yeah. Them yellow eyes.
They are the most aggressive motherfuckers on the. Dude, they are.
my friend told me he was swimming at the Sandals Resort. You know, like swimming out in the designated swimming area, and a dude popped up with a snorkel and a mask and a bag of weed.
Yeah, doesn't even.
Come on,
But see, no.
I don't even
that
know
guy's
if that's
selling something.
The
I don't
guys
got
who
no.
are trying to sell, I'm cool with that. But it's the guys who just, hey, brother. And, like, I get off the boat. First of all, before I talk, how the fuck you know I'm not just one of you? Right? I got off a cruise ship full of 3,000 white people. I'm the last motherfucker you should talk
Yeah,
to.
you're still walking with happiness in your step.
Yeah, and
you're
you
not
look-
walking
you
like
look
you've
like
been
you eat
squatting
regular.
Yeah, you don't look like you've been squatting in downtown Kingston for the last year.
And I've also got that corporate sober smell on me.
Yeah, so even if you are from there, you
really
know some
funny.
shit they don't.
You're not living off plantain.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like, he smelled too good to be from here.
What I do is everywhere I live, I just adopt my favorite homeless person, and I just give money to that person. That's how I work on my
A
karma.
lot of times I have one of those. There was a dude who used to come by who he fucking motherfucker knocked on my door one day. and I was like, and that's where I don't fuck around with. All right, this is not a 7-Eleven, motherfucker. This is my house.
Yeah.
He knocked on my door, and I gotta answer it.
Technically, it's his house too. Motherfucker lives everywhere.
Yeah, once you're on that porch, though, you're on property.
You own property.
And this is Texas. I can end you, motherfucker. But I open the door, and I open ready for a fight. I was like, what? And he just goes,
Nicest dude in the world.
He goes, no, bro.
I'm with you on
You
this.
cross the threshold. I go, what? And he immediately goes into, hey, man, I'm sorry to bother you, whatever. He goes, but your car's a little dirty. I'll wash it for you for like $5. And I was like, you can't get a car wash anywhere for $5.
Right?
I was like, yeah. He was like, your water hose hooked up right over there, blah, blah, blah. If you got a bucket, what? Here's your bucket. Here's some soap. Knock on the door when you're done. And then he, bop, bop, bop. All right, man, cool. I gave him $10. And then he came back one day, like I was on my way out, and he was like, man, if you got a rake and some bags, there's all these leaves out here, whatever. He's like, and then I was like, yeah, homie, cool. And then sometimes I go to the store buy cigarettes. He'd be sitting out there with his buddies drinking 40s, and I just pop him a 5 just for the fuck of it, because I was like, this dude came to me straight up with like the real
But you have a
food shit.
You have a business relationship. You're getting labor at a cost you couldn't afford earlier. You've saved all that up. You realize how much you saved, and then every now and again you kick him back a percentage of that is less than what you say. You have a
my
net
point
positive
was when you were
business model.
saying you've got the 30 seconds to fucking win me over. He opened the door. I opened the door, and the first thing he said was, "I'm sorry to bug you," and I was like,
Because you had your hand up.
Slade
No,
and
they were
Sam.
back at the sides.
Yeah.
Slade and Sam just explained why we need unions. Right there. Slade justifies capitalism so easily and so quickly. Now he just fell into it. This seems exactly how it should go.
I used to do it when I was this is a million years ago, back when I was in Beaumont, and I would pick up interesting looking homeless people and take them to like Sonic. I was like, I'm gonna go get a burger. Might as well take somebody to get a burger with. You know what I mean? Worst case, what are you gonna stab me in a Sonic drive? I'm safe.
No, worst case, your car is going to smell like piss.
I was selective. Not everybody wasn't like it. Wasn't like I just stopped at the light with the door open and whatever got it. It wasn't a roller coaster.
There's a lot of interesting looking homeless people in Beaumont.
Yeah, but you got to pick the right ones. I sat there with a dude. He used to have an invisible parrot on his shoulder at the stoplight all the time forever until we went to eat.
Was that Butch Lord?
No, he also had an invisible parrot. This was a redhead. Same model. Same model. But the parrot disappeared when we went to eat all of a sudden. Just mysteriously.
He had someone to talk to.
Yeah, and he was
Motherfucker was lonely.
Yeah, that's it.
Dehydrated.
That's it.
That shit'll make you.
We had some CC's pizza, and he got him some sugar in his system, and everything was good.
That
Back
dude's
in the
still
day-
waiting on that return trip to Sonic. He's just sitting on the curb by an apartment complex in Beaumont.
You white people are all the same.
So that Sonic down there at 45 and I guess Wayside, down there at 45 South, there was a white dude who was homeless, and he was a squeegee dude, right?
Oh, okay.
Bro, if you squeegee my car without my
I don't
permission,
like it.
pisses me off.
I'll bumper check you.
Pissed me off. But his thing was he would ask, but as he asked, this motherfucker would dance, and he's just straight Timberlaking through the.
Oh, I remember that dude. I remember that dude.
Remember, like bald head or whatever.
Yeah.
He was out there every day, and this motherfucker, he danced sun up to sundown. And sometimes I'd be like, yeah, my windows are clean, but here you go, homie. Like, it fucking.
Oh, that dude
fun
was
to
famous.
watch.
They had him on Channel 2 News one time.
He was fun to fucking watch. He's probably not out there anymore because
None of us can get on Channel 2 News. We got X. Fuck this dude.
Well, if you were telling
done with
jokes and
this
holding a squeegee.
I'm done with this fucking.
Oh, Slade, that
just
guy's dead now.
Yeah, well,
I mean, feel better. It's a happy ending. He's fucking dead.
Fuck that.
No way he got his life together
He's
from
got a
being on
YouTube
Channel.
channel. He's like.
that's it's easier to become famous that way.
Yeah, to be
For a little bit. For a little bit. I don't know if you follow any of these stories of homeless guy gets recognized for amazing talent, but they don't go far.
No, they don't. Because
It's almost like there's a reason they were homeless to begin with. Because I met this dude one day at the corner of Westheimer and Sherriford. I was waiting for the bus, and this dude was Alan Greenspan brilliant, right? He was talking about economy, economics, all this stuff. It was amazing, and I was like, listen to this cat. How are you homeless? And he goes, you know whose fault it is? The those damned Mexicans. And I was like, okay, there we go.
How you got? What the fuck was that reference you just made?
Alan
Greenspan.
Greenspan.
What the fuck is that?
He's a U.S. economist for
Okay,
really long time.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Trey Young.
Very
It's a
famous,
different
brilliant.
generation.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go Elon Musk or something like that.
Well, he
That's
doesn't
fine.
fuck with money.
Oh, fair enough. So okay, all right.
This
So
guy
he
was a finance guy.
Got you. Okay, all right.
There
all right.
We'll have a class about references after
Great.
the show.
I just wanted to know.
You don't want
I'm
to
like,
reference a playwright when you're making a movie joke. You know, it's not.
Man,
was
no.
taking
Don't
the
talk
light-
about Marvel and Tennessee Williams. It's not gonna work. You know.
Okay.
I was
What's up?
taking the light rail back from the rodeo, and there was this homeless lady who looked like, a shower at a job. She probably could have been all right. You know what I mean?
Well, let's hear how
And
you almost
she-
punched her.
First off, I want to know how lonely you were at this period in your life,
She
because we all have a sliding scale depending on our current situation.
Everybody's a shower and a meal away from doable in the right circumstances.
But she starts singing, and she can really, really fucking sing.
Like opera or like R&B?
She was singing a Lauryn Hill song.
Okay.
And she was white.
She has soul.
And boy, she had a really, really awesome singing voice. And it was just like, I was like, man, you fucking have talent. Like, what the fuck are you? What are you doing with your life? And when you say like that moment where you realize, oh, that's why they're homeless, mid note, she just right there on the fucking rail. I was like, that's it. You have demons.
I was gonna say, well, yeah, when you said, "Oh, you got talent," I was like, "Yeah," and she tried to use it, and that's what happens.
End up homeless.
That explains all the tents in LA.
We've all got a situation headed our way.
That always made. I've seen enough of those viral videos though, where you're like walking through a subway station, you hear someone playing a violin, and you're like, "Man, I gotta stop just in case that's like the most famous violinist in the world making a YouTube video."
No.
You know
Is
what I
this
mean?
Lindsey Sterling?
Yeah, exactly. One of those things.
Yeah, and there's a
She's
guy
a
who's using
violin
his
player.
hair for
She's
the
a
fucking
violin
bow.
player.
And,
Yeah. And you find out that you just walk. Yeah, you don't want to be the dude that walks by the most amazing performance that's ever happened just because you're blind and you're in a subway and you're the dude on the video that's like, some people walk right by the most famous. And you're like, I'm that fucking dude.
Have you ever seen the video of Steven Tyler in the subway? Some guy was playing Sweet Emotion.
And he just joins him.
Yeah, he just joins in. and just
Lenny
starts-
Kravitz did
starts
it in
singing the
D.C.
subway.
I think that's cool as shit. Where
So
there's like a
it went
street.
Yeah,
viral.
but I want to know if the other people walk by and are like, "Who the fuck is this fucking up this guy?"
Why is this old woman singing this dude's song?
But it went viral, and then they interviewed Steven Tyler about it. He goes, "Oh, I've been doing that my entire career.
Yeah.
If he's ever in a bar and a cover band plays Aerosmith or whatever, he'll just jump up and pull the singer." And I'm just like, man, what a fucking cool thing to do.
Tell me if you had a
No, I don't think that's cool.
if you had a number one song and if you like were famous for a song and you were just in some joint and somebody was doing it, you wouldn't join them and make their day?
If you probably you probably joining it because they fucking it up.
Totally. You
Oh,
whatever
you ever seen
whatever
the
your
BET
motivation
Awards?
is.
This off key mother.
Whatever your
Well,
motivation
no, I
is.
just mean only reason I'm saying is because BET tried to do a tribute to Prince once, and they had all these. They put the whole everybody together, and he walked halfway out because he was he was just sitting there cringing the whole
Yeah,
show.
those are your babies.
Yeah.
You wrote it.
Yeah.
I spent months of my life in a fucking dark room.
Sitting there cringing.
But it's also there's something different to BET's half-ass attempt to do a tribute to Prince,
these
where
are-
they bring in whoever's popular that they're pushing in some corporate bullshit attempt, or some street. Why
This is
you?
the second time y'all gonna shit on BET. No, because
Okay, well, catch up, motherfucker. BET is shittable. It is.
Go ahead, finish this.
But no, now you.
No, I'm interested. No,
Now
I'm
you're
into.
too
I'm interested in what you're
about
gonna
a
say.
shitty network. But the bigger point was if you see some street musician trying to, like, pour his soul
Yeah.
out, and you're like, man, this dude has chosen my art as his way of trying to make it up the ladder to get where I'm going. Like, I inspired this dude. And
Yeah,
he's
and they
doing it
go up
right
and
in
they-
front of me, and I'm gonna give
Yeah.
him a story that's gonna last forever. Versus, I'm being paid to listen to a bunch of these motherfuckers fuck up my artwork. I want to be here.
Well,
Someone go
well
and
how,
make
many,
this
how many
guy's
of them
day.
though walk up on the phone with their lawyer? Like, you've got to fucking stop this
By the way,
right
look,
now.
man,
Because I saw a video the other night where the Foo Fighters, it made me laugh so hard. The Foo Fighters on stage, Dave Chappelle comes out on stage with them and sings "Creep" by
Creep with- yeah.
Radiohead,
Uh-huh.
and it's fucking awful. And because Dave Chappelle's not a goddamn singer,
Right.
and it just made me laugh to think Tom York, the guy that hates that song more than anything in the world, is sitting there having to watch the Foo Fighters and Dave Chappelle fuck up his song he hates.
By the way, Trey, BET just needs to change their name to what they really are. Just need to call themselves TPR, which is Tyler Perry Residuals. Just
No, I
fucking
got you.
Do they? What do
And
they?
give that drag queen some money, Tyler. You owe her.
What do they
No,
play
it
now?
wasn't that. I wasn't not necessarily defend him or offended by it. I was just trying to, the point I was making about people cringing at motherfuckers. So I figured I wouldn't see somebody be like, "Oh, this is great. I'm gonna go inspire them." They're just like, "This shit is fucking terrible. Let me go save my art."
No, that's
I thought you said you were trying to defend the whole BET thing.
No, I was not.
I'm gonna talk
totally
shit.
took that
I'm just
the
gonna
wrong
talk
way.
more and more
I know.
shit about BET because now you can't call me coon.
He
Yeah.
did get mad. He did get mad at Lou Temple for calling it the BET.
Yeah, I just
Okay, that is fucked up. Bro.
yes. And that's what I was referencing when I was saying this is the second time. Yo,
which,
shit.
by the way, back to Lou Temple real quick. I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Finally watched it. We'll talk about that on Spoiler Room, the other show we do on Wednesday. But Lou Temple is in it.
Is he?
I didn't know that. Yeah, he was very briefly in it.
Oh, really? He's talking to the only black person we don't see.
That's-
How long did it take you to get through it? How many breaks did you take?
I sat down and watched it all the way through. I loved that Carmen Gia
shit,
Brad Pitt had. Was
I've
amazing.
seen it 3 times.
Of course, it's probably your favorite Tarantino movie. I watched it all the way through. I'm wild. That is the longest setup for a punchline I've ever seen in my life, and I
And
just
the punchline's amazing, but Jesus
Oh,
fucking
God.
Christ.
that's a long way
When
to go.
he hits that with the can,
Bro,
I was on the floor.
I did not enjoy it.
This is
Yeah.
all freezing, by the way.
That's how you. All right, let's say what's up to everybody in the chat before
What
we
fucking
shift.
movies do you like? Just trucker movies or some shit?
Most everything else Tarantino did, just not.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm a big
okay.
Tarantino fan. I just at some point, like I feel like at
That
this
wasn't it.
point that movie is just him. I've seen every trick in that movie. Nothing in there was new. Nothing in there was new.
He
to me.
made it long just to make it long.
My favorite thing to
That
watch
that
by
was a
Quentin,
short film.
But it's a farewell.
That was a short film. That should have been a
Expanded.
short film.
My favorite Quentin Tarantino thing to watch is his interviews.
Yeah.
God Almighty,
Yes.
there's nothing funnier than that.
No,
Watching
'cause
him
they
stammer
end-
around everything he does. It's
So
the
let's-
funniest thing.
Let's be honest. Pulp Fiction. Is
Look at Trey.
Pulp Fiction is his greatest creation, but I just you're not gonna get me to go against Django.
Yeah.
God, Django is amazing.
Bro,
yeah, it's
I'm
incredible.
not going to sit here and classify all the Tarantino films. I just why do you keep looking
I
at?
haven't said nothing.
I know, but every time I start
haven't
talking,
said
your head. Just,
anything.
here's what happens. Every time I start talking, he just goes. He's
I'm
just
looking
furious.
at him.
Yeah, he's looking at me.
I know I'm looking at him.
You're looking for help.
I'm
You looking for somebody to help. Just jump in. You're like, somebody say something.
I love the
Somebody
bank.
say
I love the
something.
bank robber movie. That one's pretty
Fuck
good.
Which one was that?
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, there we go.
Kill
It was
Bill
something
1.
about some dogs.
Kill Bill 1 though is my other one.
Oh, that
It's
is
right in
garbage.
the
I
top.
hate that movie.
What?
It's despicable.
Okay, I didn't realize I was starting a whole fight.
Not enough N-words for Jerry.
No, I just don't buy Uma Thurman Ninja. Sorry.
Django 4 times.
I love Django. It was
It just didn't move me. That's all. That's it. It was
no, I thought about
entertaining. I thought Brad Pitt was great. I give you all the good points. I got to
Yeah.
watch Margot Robbie the whole movie. There's a lot of good stuff to it.
JW, tell you this. He said that you didn't buy Uma Thurman Ninja. All right.
No.
Let me paint this movie in a different light for you. Say you're a 13-year-old boy and they give you a bunch of money and you go, what movie do you want to make? I'm going to make a hot fucking ninja. That's what I'm going to make. And when you walk in that, you watch that movie with those eyes, tell me it's not better. You're like,
Well,
yeah,
if he'd have
I
got somebody
totally
hot,
love
I'd have
this.
been on board with it, you know?
Oh,
got
her in
them
that
eyes,
jumpsuit,
man.
bro.
Oh, this motherfucker wanted.
eyes,
this
boy.
motherfucker wanted Melissa McCarthy. No, he loved voluptuous women and shit. I love I Spy or Spy, the movie. Shit.
I appreciate an
The
attractive
Heat.
woman
I like
of
The
any
Heat.
size.
He jerks off the Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
You know who'd been great in that movie?
Hey,
Adele.
yeah. Oh, he'd have loved that. Yeah.
I'd have been in for that. Yes, absolutely. I would watch that. Quentin, if
goddamn
you're listening,
shame.
that's the remake I want to
Her and
see.
Vivica Fox fucking that house up was
That was
Can
awesome
I
scene.
get,
That was
get
awesome
Uma
scene.
Thurman in a tracksuit?
Yeah,
That's not Uma Thurman. Can I get Rebel Wilson? That's in
Old Rebel.
a tracksuit.
Yeah. All the bitches from Pitch Perfect. That's what I want.
except that Andrew Kendricks. He just getting ass the fuck
Get
out of here.
Get out of here.
She can die first.
Motherfucker.
Let's call it Kill Anna.
think we're stumbling onto a concept here, guys. Why is nobody writing this shit
I
down?
don't want to see no goddamn fat Kill Bill. It's just Lizzo and the crew. It's just
You and I have unfinished meals.
that is so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Change the name of that movie to Who's Gonna Pay This Goddamn Bill?
Oh, that's so fucking funny. Kill Bill is because the card declined.
Oh, fuck.
That's wrong on a lot of levels.
Oh fuck. That's so funny.
What's up to everybody? Y'all listening? You're watching
VaultsofLore.com, everybody.
Vaults of Lore, vaultsoflore.com. Brand new book. We're going to have hard copies. We're going to give a copy away. I know we're going to do that on the podcast
You can't
sometime
say it
soon.
without doing the Alex Jones voice.
Vaults of Lore. Vaults of Lore.
It's in by
Vaults of Lore. We have a website. We've never been to it. Vaults of Lore. Vaults of Lore. Joe, just go to the website. It's in the documents. It's in all the documents, Joe. It's right there.
It's a book. You should read it. We'll have some excerpts. We don't have Rob here to do dramatic readings anymore, which I miss. That's he was so good.
You missed that?
At the I miss him doing voices. I miss that part of Rob. I
He
miss
did
y'all
one
fighting a little
voice.
bit.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I miss it. I miss
had
it.
two
No
that
voice.
voice.
It's a glass of whiskey. Nobody has one but me. To I said to the late Rob Mungle. What's the word for when you're not on something anymore? The gone Rob Mungle.
Oh, interesting.
It's not- I don't- yeah.
Former panelist.
Is it like the president, or are you just always a whiskey
That's what I
brother?
think. Yeah. Well, obviously you're obviously
Bill
yeah. You
Miller
still
is,
get
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So it's I just said late and I didn't mean it. So
Yeah, I know
to
what
to the current Rob.
Well, he
Mungle,
was late a lot. I mean, fuck.
to J.W. Longmire and to Will Loden working the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, the whole banging.
He
thing
just got
back there.
thrown in the pool and had to
Quick
swim.
study like a motherfucker, though,
Yeah.
ain't he?
So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. We have a new show coming out, not this Tuesday, but next. So a week from tomorrow, a bit of a game show. Some writers and Trey's gonna do the first episode. Jerry Wayne's gonna be involved. Sam's writing a bunch of stuff for it. We're gonna have some local Houston comics participating in a bit
Hell
of a
yeah, man.
a
Get
bit of
some
a
hitters
round
in here.
table game show and put some new faces in front of you. It's going to be fun and interactive on Tuesdays. We have shows all around the Houston area. We've been crashing the secret group a lot. That's where you taped your special. We all go out there a bunch. So if you're in Houston, that's a good place to interact with us. We don't have anything live scheduled anytime soon, but we are going to be in New Braunfels, Texas on Saturday night.
I'll see
So
y'all
I
out
think
there.
the whole dais will be there. Trey's going to meet us.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm already be there the day before.
So, yeah, we'll be at Goofy's in New Braunfels, Texas. So if you're in San Antonio or anywhere in that general area, we're within an hour of you. Even Austin. Perfect time to meet
Did you
us.
fall down again?
I wrecked my bike. We're going to have to talk about this
Yeah.
next episode.
Scars.
No, you know what? I'll tell you the story. We got others because we got so much stuff to get to this next
He fucks
episode.
himself up on the regular.
I was riding back
On the
from,
regular.
I went to the grocery store. That's why.
On a bike.
Yeah.
Anybody give you $1?
No, but some dude told me to pivot.
Somebody did bumper check him.
It's the amount of shit it takes like to get the car, back it out the gate, do all, you know what I mean? Like the grocery store's right there. I jump on the bike, gives me a little exercise. I interrupt the day. It's cool.
Gotcha.
So I went down, grabbed some lunch stuff. I was in a nice little headspace, we'll call it. Just a nice, comfortable
good,
place.
yeah.
I bought some chips, bought some food, threw it in my little backpack, start riding home. Man, I've had this bike for 10 years, right? It's a great bike, it's specialized, but I ride it hard. So it hadn't had a tune-up in a minute. I come down the road, the chain catches on the little sprocket, whole thing locks up, full-on endo over the handlebars.
Oh,
Bro, I know. Look, get it out. Get it out. Go ahead.
I want to know is did your hat stay on?
he had to stop at the gas station and look at the new models. Well, I waited on Bike AAA to come get his ass.
I'm fucking done, dog.
Are you? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Jesus fucking Christ.
He said bike AAA.
Oh shit!
All right, so
Oh, fucking done, dog. God damn.
so anyway, yeah, I fell down. Fuck all y'all. Listen, this
I had nothing to do with this conversation.
He looking for
I ain't
hats
nothing to do with it.
like them cards, you know, you could just turning it. Yeah. Nah, it's too red. I can't wear red.
He's in there browsing them hats like people buy lottery tickets.
More black
Let me
than
see
gray.
that one. Let me look at that one.
More gray than black.
Yeah. What's that? Okay, no, I don't.
That's-
I don't really. This says
that's-
relationships. I don't do those. Put that back on the fucking shelf.
Stay the night.
Wait. Oh, that's real bad. Wait. Be nice to homeless people. What the fuck? Y'all tripping in this bitch. Where's piece of shit? There we go.
Dragging my fucking bike home. I'm done.
He said, you gotta get that off Trey's head.
No, it's this piece of shit distillery.
Yeah.
They're all whiskey hats. They're all whiskey hats.
Whiskey hats.
I had to get in something.
I want to drink this, but I'm afraid as soon as I do, y'all will run out of shit to say.
Oh, it's okay. No, it's Jerry's
You
gonna
want to
get
keep
covered.
going? We'll keep roasting these shitty hats that got that net in the back.
Jerry's the one who's gonna get covered in it. Go for it.
You look like you abuse kids with that bike. Like you take the chain off.
You lucky it's in the shop right now.
I run your ass over.
No, I would have Sam do it. He's been wanting to hit somebody for 43 minutes.
yeah.
The nicest guy in the world.
No, just give me some money and I'll
take
throw
your
it over my
What I gotta
shoulder.
do? Go knock on his door for 2 seconds. That's offer to watch his
Offer
car.
service.
Yeah.
I'm very nice when you offer to wash the car.
Hey Sam, can I rake your leaves?
Sure, absolutely.
My chain locked up on me. I went over the handlebars. I landed on my back,
Yeah.
and that bag of chips popped. I thought I had exploded. I straight up. I hit the ground and went boom.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, God.
I had to lay there for a second because I damn sure didn't remember I had chips.
Yeah.
I was just taking an inventory of what on my body might have made that sound.
Yeah.
And I wiggled some stuff and it moved. I wiggled some other stuff, it moved. And then the nicest 2 old Asian women you've ever seen. I was in the bike lane, laying on my back. They stopped their car in the middle of the goddamn road.
Wow.
Both of them got out to see if I was okay.
Yeah.
And I had felt everything, and I was like, I'm good. I stood. I was like, I'm really good. But you 2 are perpetuating the shit out of this stereotype. You got to get your goddamn car out the middle of the road, or at least put your hazards on or something. This is.
I was worried about where the Asian thing was going after the spoiler room in last
It was
week.
same place. Same. It was. I was so concerned for them more than myself.
Yeah.
And then I realized the bag of chips had popped, and it was all a better situation.
Oh my God. 207 River Dog just in the chat goes, what was the bag of chips? Was it Lay's?
Yes, and fuck him.
Jason Patchouli, get it, buddy. Get
Yeah,
it.
showing
Way
up
to
late.
snipe in.
I did that shit on the way here one night. I had a can of brake cleaner in the back of my truck, and a lady cut me off, and I slammed on the brakes, and one of my tools popped it, and it exploded in the truck.
Looks like blood.
And I just stopped. I just thought I'd been shot. I just stopped. I was like, oh, I finally fucked up. I don't know what I did. I finally fucked up. And I like felt the back of my head for a minute. And and then I smelled the brake cleaner. I was like, oh, sweet Jesus.
Oh, can you imagine if I'd been coming back with cranberry juice and ketchup and all that shit?
Like, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm totally dead.
100% dead.
I thought you was on a bike. I was like, boy, I'd love to have seen that. I'd love to see you flip off of a bike.
I ride all over his
Like
city.
those twins in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a monkey fucking a football, but it's what I do.
Looks like a fucking blow pop.
What is he doing?
All right,
I rented one of those little Lime scooters in San Antonio. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I was having the best time of my life, and my buddy Chris Shaw was working with it, and he was filming some of it. And when I looked at the film, all you saw was like a chubby dude in a Magellan shirt gliding down fucking the streets of San Antonio because you couldn't see the scooter.
That's hilarious.
It's like my fat ass was gliding in and out of
There's nothing
traffic.
but people trying to guess how this ghost died. Like,
Yeah, y'all see that shit?
So some girls look like, oh, I guess I gotta give my husband anal, and her friend's like, why? Because I said he'd only get it when pigs fly.
damn. Dark. All right, we got to go. This episode's in the can. You guys stick around. We're going to roll into 9:34 immediately. Slade, Sam, Trey, Jerry Wayne, Longmire. We got Will loading on the 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s. You guys in the chat, we're doing this on Twitch, but all this comes out on YouTube and Spotify and all of your regular channels. iHeart, and the rest. Lots of Whiskey Brothers programming around the corner. New stuff on many, many, many days. We're coming to you from the Vaults of Lore. Vaultsoflore.com studios. We'll see you on another episode soon.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.